Welcome back everyone. Today we've got something really exciting to talk about, and that's the upcoming 2026 Jeep Recon. Now, if you're anything like me, you probably get that little spark of excitement every time Jeep teases or drops a new model, because it always feels like a blend of heritage and innovation. And the Recon? Well, this is one of those vehicles that's aiming to shake things up, while still staying true to that rugged Jeep DNA. So, let's dive right in. The first thing people notice about the Recon is the design. It's bold, boxy, and unmistakably Jeep, but it doesn't look like just another Wrangler. It's got this modern edge, like Jeep took the spirit of the Wrangler and dialed it forward into the future. The front end has a fresh interpretation of the iconic 7-slot grille, paired with sharp LED headlights that give it a more aggressive stance. The proportions feel muscular, with squared-off fenders and a stance that screams confidence both on the road and off it. And let's be real, this is the kind of SUV that'll turn heads whether you're cruising downtown or kicking up dust on the trail. But the Recon isn't just about looks, it's about capability. Jeep knows its audience, and with the Recon, they've leaned into a hybrid setup. That's right, the 2026 Recon comes with a plug-in hybrid powertrain. And before you think that means less Jeep and more compromise, let me assure you, this thing is built to perform. The hybrid system gives it instant torque for off-road climbs, smoother acceleration on pavement, and better efficiency for those longer drives. It's the best of both worlds. You've got that rugged capability Jeep fans love, but with a cleaner, more forward-thinking powertrain. And in today's world, that balance is huge. Now, let's talk off-road features, because let's be honest, this is where Jeep either makes it or breaks it. The Recon is packed with trail-ready gear. We're talking Jeep's Select Terrain Traction Management System, skid plates, locking differentials, tow hooks, and of course, a serious set of all-terrain tires. Plus, because it's electric-assisted, you get more precise control in tricky situations. Imagine crawling over rocks with quiet electric torque. It's a whole new kind of off-road experience. Jeep even teased that the Recon will have removable doors and roof panels, just like the Wrangler, so you can still get that open-air freedom. It's kind of like Jeep is saying, hey, we're bringing you into the future, but we're not leaving behind what makes us Jeep. Inside, Jeep has definitely stepped up its game. The 2026 Recon's interior feels like a mix of rugged utility and modern tech. You've got durable materials that can handle mud and dirt, but you also get soft touch finishes and big digital displays that make it feel premium. The central touchscreen is massive, loaded with Jeep's latest Uconnect system, which means wireless CarPlay, Android Auto, navigation, and even some trail maps built right in. The seats are supportive, and there's plenty of space for passengers and gear. Jeep clearly designed it for people who don't just commute, but actually adventure. Now, let's touch on pricing, because that's always the big question. Jeep hasn't released an exact number yet, but most industry insiders expect the Recon to start somewhere in the mid-$50,000 range, with higher trims pushing into the $60s or maybe even $70,000 if you go fully loaded. That puts it in line with higher-end Wranglers and even some luxury SUVs, but with the hybrid system and all the tech packed in, it makes sense. You're paying for capability, design, and the next step forward in Jeep's lineup. Comparisons to past models are really interesting here. If you look at the Wrangler, it's still the classic Jeep, raw, capable, and iconic. But the Recon feels like Jeep's way of saying, we love the Wrangler, but let's experiment with the future. It's not meant to replace the Wrangler, but to complement it. Think of it as a sibling with a more modern twist. Where the Wrangler leans on tradition, the Recon leans into innovation. And if you're familiar with the Grand Cherokee 4Z, which was Jeep's first big step into hybrids, the Recon takes those lessons and builds something entirely new around them, designed from the ground up to be hybrid-ready and off-road capable. What excites me most is how the Recon signals Jeep's vision for the future. They're not just dipping their toes into electrification, they're building vehicles that make sense for Jeep buyers. People want off-roaders that can handle trails, but they also want something that's efficient, comfortable, and future-proof. The Recon feels like that sweet spot. And honestly, I think this SUV is going to attract more than just the hardcore Jeep crowd. With its design, tech, and hybrid performance, it's going to appeal to people who might have been looking at other adventure SUVs, like the Bronco, the Land Rover Defender, or even some electric crossovers, but now, they'll have a new reason to consider Jeep. So, to wrap it all up, the 2026 Jeep Recon is shaping up to be one of the most exciting SUVs in Jeep's lineup. It's got the design that turns heads, the hybrid engine that delivers performance and efficiency, the